12 months. Bassett's pre-election day sale. Sale ends November 6th. Bassett Furniture across from the Eastern Shore Center, Spanish Fort.
I'm Darlene Myers. My mother became ill in 1998. It's really hard knowing at times she may not know who you are. What if something like that happens to me? The long-term care coverage from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama gives us the assurance that if we become ill, that we are not financially strapped and our kids will not have to go through any hardship. It offers me that peace of mind in knowing that my family will be taken care of.
Are you tired of the same outdated countertops? Take your kitchen from boring to wow with Granite Transformations. Our countertops are more durable than the ordinary brands. Call Granite Transformations for your free in-home consultation at 251-602-8055.
WKRG News 5 is coverage you can count on. Coverage you can count on starts now.
A tornado damaged their homes. Now thieves are taking what's left.
You cry. It's devastating, but you have to move on.
A new study calls 42 Alabama high schools dropout factories because so many students never graduate. Is your child's school on the list?
I didn't do anything! And don't tase me, bro! Don't tase me! I didn't do anything! Ow! Ow!
The cops who tasered this college student are back on the beat. Coming up, find out if the student will be back in class or behind bars.
Your Halloween forecast is not so scary, but that may not be the case for Cuba and South Florida. News 5 at 6 starts right now.
Number 1 for news coverage you can count on. This is WKRG News 5.
Hello, and thanks for making News 5 your choice for news. I'm Mel Showers.
And I'm Roseanne Haven. First on 5, victims of a Gulf Coast tornado have been victimized again. This time it's not Mother Nature doing the damage. As News 5's Debbie Williams reports from Pensacola, storm-damaged homes are being broken into when owners are most vulnerable. It's tonight's top local story.
My neighbor called and told me that my house had moved. I didn't understand that.
But one look at a rental house owned by Betty Miller, and she knew exactly what the storm had done. A couple weeks later, and she's back at the house.
Well, I don't know. It's just terrible.
More damage, this time man-made.
Everything's out of it now.
Her tenant was staying with relatives. The house was closed until a neighbor noticed the front door had been kicked in.
Everything that wasn't nailed down, they took it.
Talk about adding insult to injury. If the break-in wasn't bad enough, Miller says that the thieves actually tried to sell what they stole from the home on the streets.
People were selling the end tables and selling the curtains and linen and stuff that was left in the drawers.
Just down the street,
Cleaning the inside out.
Wayne Witten is working on another home targeted by the tornado and by thieves.
The man was away from his home because of the storm and what the storm did, and unfortunately, people knew it.
It's a bad situation.
You wouldn't think that someone in our neighborhood would do that to us. We're already suffering from the loss of this.
Being made worse for those who are already struggling just to get by. In Pensacola, Debbie Williams, News 5.
Escambia County EMA says the F1 tornado destroyed 4 homes. 24 had major damage and 58 homes had minor damage.
Police have released video of a thief they say stole more than $5,000 worth of jewelry from a flea market. Take a close look. The Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office says the man in the video pried open a jewelry case Saturday at Tammy's Flea Market on Highway 90 in Pace. If you recognize him or know anything about this crime, please call Crime Stoppers at 850-437-STOP.
And police would really like to catch the teenager who robbed a paralyzed woman. Suzette Jeffries told deputies she was leaving the Happy Nick store on Palafox Street in Pensacola just before noon when a black male walked up, stuck a gun to her head, and pushed her out of her wheelchair. Jeffries says the man went through her pockets. He took whatever she had. The suspect is described as 15 to 16 years old with short dreadlocks. They say he wore blue jeans and a black coat.
Parents, students, and teachers are dealing with a staph infection scare at Bay Minette Elementary School. 3 students at the school were diagnosed with staph infection last week. There is a bit of good news. Administrators say the staph infections are not serious.
The good news here is none of those recent cases are the reported MRSA cases. They're all just common staph infections.
So far this fall semester, a total of 9 students have been diagnosed with staph infections. School officials have mailed out 27,000 letters reminding parents to make sure their children wash their hands regularly and seek medical attention if a cut or wound appears abnormal. There are some other simple steps you can take to prevent staph infections. For a list, log on to our website, WKRG.com.
A new study calls 42 high schools in Alabama dropout factories. That's any high school where the dropout rate is 40% or greater. 8 of the 42 schools are in our area, including Foley High School. But Baldwin County Superintendent Dr. Farron Hollinger says the researchers at Johns Hopkins University are dead wrong.
The graduation rate has increased from 71% to 87%. And I believe that is a definite and significant step in the right direction.
Baldwin County Schools received a $250,000 grant to improve their graduation rate. Part of that money will be used to hire a counselor specially trained to teach students about the downfall of dropping out. Police patrolled Satsuma High School today, and they'll be there again tomorrow. The extra security was requested after word spread there was supposed to be a shooting at the school today or tomorrow. The principal told us she doesn't think anything will happen, but she just wanted to put students and parents' minds at ease. Earlier this month, police arrested a 16-year-old Satsuma High School student. They say he planned to pull off a Columbine-style attack.
A teacher who brought a gun to school will not lose his job. Andrew Martin, who teaches at a middle school in Dothan, told a judge that he forgot the gun was in his car. Martin pleaded guilty to carrying a pistol without a permit and was given a 10-day suspended sentence and a $50 fine.
I didn't do anything! And don't tase me, bro! Don't tase me! I didn't do anything! Ow! Ow!
Prosecutors say they will drop the charges against the University of Florida student who was tasered during a Q&A session last month with Senator John Kerry. As part of his plea deal, Andrew Meyer has to apologize to the university, the school's president, and campus police. He will also be on probation for 18 months. Meyer is taking the semester off, but plans to return to classes in January and finish his degree next summer.
A man who says he broke into a church to find food will get the meal he's looking for, but it'll be from behind bars. Deputies from the Escambia County Sheriff's Office found Gary Roper hiding in an office at the Ensley Church of the Nazarene in Pensacola. Roper set off a silent alarm Monday when deputies say he broke a window at the church. He told deputies that he did it because he was hungry. The Escambia County Sheriff's Office isn't having an easy time solving a weekend murder. Tonight, they're looking for witnesses of Saturday's shooting at the Waffle House on Mobile Highway. Dustin Connor was shot several times in the back as he drove out of the parking lot. His passenger was also hit. If you saw anything, please call Crime Stoppers. That number 850-433-STOP.
And crimes like that are why people in Trinity Gardens wanted a neighborhood club shut down. But today, the Mobile City Council voted to renew the liquor license for Ben's Social Club. Councilman Fred Richardson said there have been stabbings, murders, and other crimes at the club, and he received numerous complaints from neighbors. But at last week's meeting, only one of those people showed up to protest. 149 other people said they were in favor of the club staying open. The Mobile County Sheriff's Office has arrested 2 teenagers accused of carjacking a man and robbing a convenience store. Deputies say 17-year-old Keontae Arrington and 16-year-old Ramel Lee rear-ended another driver October 9th. When he got out to inspect the damage, one of them stuck a gun to his head and stole his vehicle. 2 days later, deputies say Arrington, Rommel, and a third man robbed the Exxon on Lott Road in Sims. The third suspect remains at large.
The Mobile Museum of Art is filled wall to wall with exhibits, but what was found behind the closed doors of a storage closet isn't something the museum is wanting to showcase. Employees at the museum spent part of this morning in sensitivity training after a rope resembling a noose was found hanging in a storage closet. The museum's director says the rope was used to pull heavy equipment and was not intended as a threat. He says his staff call it a tow hitch knot. Noose or not, the director doesn't want this kind of misunderstanding to happen again.
We serve over 200,000 people annually, and we don't want to unintentionally use signs or symbols that are going to cause emotional harm to people.
The museum's director says the rope was hanging in the closet for 2 weeks before it was brought to his attention. He hasn't decided whether any employees will be punished.
Less than a week after police released the list, one of Mobile's most wanted is off the streets tonight. U.S. Marshals arrested 21-year-old Terrell Beverly after getting a tip from someone who saw him on Congress Street. Police say back in April, Beverly and a friend tried to steal a car by towing it with their own vehicle. To see the rest of Mobile's most wanted, go to our website, WKRG.com.
Tomorrow is Halloween. That means trick-or-treating and haunted houses. But a group of protesters says a local house of horrors is way over the top. We'll explain in a live report next.
The forecast for Halloween is looking dry as a skeleton bone, maybe a few clouds. That's straight ahead.
Is there a story in your community you'd like News 5 to cover? Send your story ideas to communitycoverage@WKRG.com or give us a call at 662-3055.
With news for Pascagoula, Pensacola, and Perdido Key.
You're watching News 5 at 6.
Number 1 for news coverage you can count on. This is WKRG News 5 with Mel Showers, Roseanne Haven, Alan Seals, and Randy Patrick. This is WKRG News 5, coverage you can count on.
Get the Mark Dodge markdown on every new 07 and 08 truck in our huge inventory. Hundreds of trucks marked down and ready to roll. 07 Ram 1500s with automatic and cruise, $12,999 or 0% APR. 08 Ram 1500 quad cabs starting at $16,999. 07 Ram 1500 mega cabs, $23,999 or 0% APR. Every new Dodge truck comes with our limited lifetime powertrain warranty. Yes, lifetime. Shop 24/7 at markdodgemobile.com or get to Mark Dodge, I-65 and Government Boulevard, exit 1. Nobody beats a Mark Dodge markdown. Nobody.
On November 6th, vote yes.
Vote yes for $7 million in additional county funds every year.
Nearly 4,000 new construction jobs for the area.
Yes! To help those who need it the most.
Vote yes will be for your kids, your grandkids, and the future generation.
Vote yes on November 6th for the Jackson-Choctaw Partnership, because we can do more than just bring Jackson County back. Together, we can move it forward.
Vote yes for our economic success.
This message paid for by the Mississippi Band of Choctaw Indians.
Introducing the new Jeep Liberty with a completely redesigned interior and a smoother... Hey, what... and a smoother on-road ride with more comfortable seats, added legroom, and... You gotta be kidding. Introducing the new all-Jeep Liberty.
Get breaking news and weather alerts anywhere, anytime. Go to WKRG.com, keyword alert, and sign up today. WKRG News 5 is community coverage you can count on.
Mobile's House of Horrors is run by several local churches, but some protesters say it is not appropriate for families.
News 5's Tiffany Craig has more on this House of Horrors in West Mobile.
Inside the House of Horrors, you'll find this.
But tonight you're going to be staying in hotel room 1408.
And this.
And it'd be away from one of these.
Oh, Mom! But you'll also find some of this.
Nobody knows about this. Please don't say anything.
Issues like addiction, abuse.
I can handle anything.
And even suicide.
Well, let me just do everybody else a favor.
Everything is to the extreme. You know, you have extreme sports, you got it, or videos that they watch on MTV and different channels. You know, everything's extreme. And we want to get a message across in an extreme way and let them know that, hey, these are real issues. This is real life.
But this in-your-face reality message isn't sitting well with a group called Mobile Resist.
I don't care what they have in their house of horrors, but they need to let people know what it is inside there and not pretend like it's a haunted house.
A half dozen protesters walked Airport Boulevard, but that's not stopping the message inside this house.
And that was Tiffany Craig. We apologize having a few audio issues there. On to other news tonight. Police in North Alabama are trying to find the Grinch who stole Halloween. Someone stole 300 pumpkins from a farm in Appernant, that's southwest of Birmingham. Then they also disappointed students from 2 elementary schools who were supposed to pick out a pumpkin to decorate. The farm's owner says the thieves left nothing but tire tracks behind.
Now, Alan Seals with First Alert Weather.
We've had a few clouds hugging the coastline. We've had a few sprinkles on the beaches, but we don't have to worry about Tropical Storm Noel. Even though it's centered right over Cuba, at this point, the winds for us are going to keep it out to the east, at least on the east side of Florida. So our forecast for this evening, quiet and calm. Temperatures will go from 64 degrees at 9 o'clock this evening to about 58 at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Now, you may not have noticed, but our mornings have been getting just a little bit milder, little by little. So the next few days will not be very cool overnight. They'll be average. And then by lunchtime tomorrow, 73 degrees. So we go into Halloween with a nice, quiet, dry, tranquil pattern. Our temperatures right now in the Rosswood subdivision of Mobile, 73 degrees. In Destin, Florida, 71 degrees. You'll note the dew points are into the upper 50s and the winds in Destin out of the north at 8 miles an hour. So here's our First Alert Viper. A few sprinkles popped up this morning, but showers are staying well offshore. They're not moving toward us. Of course, the active weather is on the other side of Florida, so we put the clouds on. And you'll notice mainly along the coastal counties of the Florida Panhandle. That's where you're seeing some middle-level clouds, not rain clouds, but into the southern Bahamas and now over Cuba is where Tropical Storm Noel is. This white line, or yellow line, I should say, shows the track of the hurricane hunters flying out of St. Croix earlier today, doing an investigation to find the center of the storm, and also to find that the winds have now diminished to 40 miles an hour, mainly because it's moving through the mountains of Cuba. And you may notice that all of the clouds, most of the clouds are actually on the east side of the storm, so it's not very well balanced. It may actually dip south into the Gulf before it moves north, but it's generally heading westward at 8 miles an hour. The coordinates, 21.0 north, 78.0 west. Winds 40 miles an hour, and with the westerly motion, you would think it might move into the Gulf, but it looks like the winds in the next couple of days will be shifting. By 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday, it'll just be starting to emerge off the north-central coast of Cuba. And then look at the distance it travels from 1 o'clock Wednesday to 1 o'clock Thursday through the central and northern Bahamas. And then from Thursday to Friday, it rapidly heads out into the North Atlantic. That's why that cone stretches out. But this is the forecast cone for the center of the track, which means right now, the Bahamas are going to see the worst of the wind and the worst of the rainfall. So we start off at 6 a.m. tomorrow with quiet weather, a few clouds here and there, but no big chance for rain tomorrow. Noontime, things are looking good and dry. You head out for lunch. Maybe you're going to do a little trick-or-treating before the kids do. And then by 6 o'clock in the evening, same story, pleasant, quiet, just a few thin clouds. Travel temperatures tomorrow throughout the southeast, mid-70s. Our days are actually getting a little milder, too. So overnight tonight, we stay in the middle 50s with some thin clouds along the coast. Tomorrow, about 77 degrees. That'll make it feel pretty good for the big pumpkin chase or the big trick-or-treating, either way you want to call it. So temperatures starting November, 78 degrees on Thursday. And at this point, we go into the first weekend of November with dry weather and pleasant conditions.
Christmas will be here before we know it.
It's fast, yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Alan. Well, it's time now for sports, and here's Mr. Randy Patrick.
All right, Grady Little has just resigned as the Los Angeles Dodgers manager. That may open the door for Joe Torre to be hired out on the West Coast. Joe Girardi is the new Yankees skipper at $2 million a season, which saves George Steinbrenner $3 million a season. How about that? Coming up, we'll tell you why this 38-year-old quarterback is feeling like a kid and still playing like a kid. Stay tuned.
WKRG News 5 First Alert Live Doppler Radar is brought to you by these Touchstone Energy Cooperatives. Who says you can't have fun early in the morning? Not only do you trust WKRG News 5 for your local news, your first look at the day's weather and community events, you also look to them to brighten your day.
I remember Pigpen had a cloud around his feet. No.
Bill Riles, Jennifer Abney, John Nodar, and Jerry Huff want to be a part of your day, be a part of your community, and a part of your family. And that's coverage you can count on. The WKRG tradition continues.
¿Qué pasa?
Pasta. For sure it's eggs. Gravy.
Gravy? ¿Es bueno?
You got that right. What's that?
Tortillas.
With eggs? Well, butter me up and call me a biscuit.
A little bit country, a little bit Espanol. The country breakfast burrito, new at Hardee's.
As games go, baseball is pretty close to perfect. Every game is made up of stories, each with a different ending. And every pitch has limitless possibilities. In that same spirit, Cellular South brings you wireless without limits. Calls, text, photos, emails, whoever, whenever, anywhere in the country. Being truly unlimited means you can tell the whole story, and that's just right.
Homework was a very frustrating time for us.
For help with reading, math, test prep, and more, Sylvan pinpoints what kids need to succeed.
He went from B's and C's to A's and B's. Now I even help my brothers with homework.
Call 1-800-EDUCATE.
If you have acid reflux disease, you know about the burning pain of heartburn.
But there's something about acid reflux that I didn't know.
Over time, that acid churning up can wear away the lining of your esophagus.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
For many, just one prescription Nexium pill a day provides 24-hour heartburn relief and heals acid-related erosions in the esophagus. Nexium, the healing purple pill, is prescribed more than any other prescription acid reflux medication. And the majority of people with prescription coverage can get Nexium for less than $1 a day. Side effects of Nexium may include headache, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. Other serious stomach conditions may still exist. Relieve the heartburn, heal the damage. It's possible with the healing purple pill. If you're without prescription coverage and can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Law and Order: Criminal Intent. 5 days a week.
Watch Law and Order weekdays on WKRG News 5.
Septic tank problems? Go to WKRG keyword switch to sewer. Now, Randy Patrick with sports coverage you can count on.
Green Bay's Brett Favre did it again last night, hitting Greg Jennings on an 82-yard TD pass on the first play of overtime to give the Pack a 19-13 win over the Denver Broncos in Denver. It marks the 36th time in his career the future Hall of Famer engineered a fourth-quarter comeback or overtime victory.
The pressure to make a perfect throw is always there, but when a guy's wide open and he's by Champ Bailey 3 yards, you don't want to miss. So I did see he had a step, and I thought I was overly cautious with the throw, but it turned out that it was fine.
Well, it's been a tough year in the NFL for former Auburn players. The Washington Redskins have lost cornerback Carlos Rogers for the season after he suffered a torn knee ligament in that 52-7 blowout loss to New England. The former Auburn standout will have surgery in about 2 weeks. Ronnie Brown and Carnell Williams also had season-ending knee injuries this season. Auburn plays host to Tennessee Tech this Saturday, and coaches and players are trying to come up with the right words to describe playing a 1AA team after lining up against SEC talent. Diplomatic or truthful, it's a mismatch, and guys like Antonio Coleman out of Williamson High School are licking their chops.
I mean, our mindset, we're just going to go out and play them like we play LSU or Florida or Georgia. I mean, it really doesn't matter, We're going out, they're not a good team, We're just going out, and just play them like we'll play LSU or Georgia or Florida.
All right, you deserve a breather every now and then. They put them on the schedule for that reason, so Auburn will breathe this weekend and then get ready for Georgia the following Saturday.
Thank you very much, Randy.
Alan has your extended forecast when we come back.
For great rates and great service, see State Farm agent John Brown in Jackson.
Sawyer Furniture and Mattresses Fall Harvest Sale is going on now. Sawyer Furniture has harvested a huge furniture crop this fall. Leather sofas, motion sofas, pillow top sofas, upholstered sofas, sectional sofas, mahogany bedrooms, oak bedrooms, cherry bedrooms, mattresses galore, and much more. Bring Sawyer Furniture's harvest home with no down payment, no interest, and no payments for 6 months. Sawyer isn't the name of the furniture.
Sawyer is the name of the people behind the furniture.
News 5 closed captioning is brought to you by Spring Hill Medical Center, voted #1 for childbirth services in the Reader's Choice Awards. Spring Hill Medical Center, we'll take care of you.
Check. 2, check, check. 1, 2, 2, 2, check.
Get down to Mickey D's, where you can buy a McRib Extra Value Meal and get a second McRib sandwich for just $1. That's right, $1. Rock your appetite, not your wallet.
Action, Mickey.
So, the Remove Our Rivers program cleaned up all the trash, huh?
Cut. It's Renew Our Rivers, not Remove Our Rivers. Okay.
So, the Redo Our Rivers program
Cut.
cleaned up...
It's Renew Our Rivers.
That's what I said.
You said redo.
Going again.
Yeah, I need to take...
Not everyone gets it right 100% of the time, but some of us come pretty close. 99.9% reliability. Alabama Power, always on.
Don't miss Subway Restaurant's new Baja sandwiches. Fresh toasted chicken or steak and melted pepper jack cheese smothered in a corn and jalapeno flavored Baja sauce. It's a fiesta in your mouth. Subway, eat fresh.
Make catering your next party a snap with Subway restaurants. Choose from giant subs, sandwich platters, cookie platters, chips and drinks. You just have to invite the guests. Lots of guests. Subway, eat fresh.
Ford F-150. We're sorry. You can't match Dodge Ram 1500's available 345 horsepower Hemi V8. And Chevy, Toyota, we're sorry our new lifetime powertrain warranty is just as dominant as the Hemi V8. And since Ram is the longest lasting, most durable family of full-size trucks, we'll be apologizing to the competition for a long, long time.
Biggest, baddest, boldest. Only at your Southeast Dodge dealer.
Every hero has a choice. Yours is which 3 toppings? Papa John's Superhero XL3 Pizza. An extra large with any 3 toppings for just $12.99, including a $3 off coupon for Spider-Man 3 on DVD.
Alan Allen is here with your extended forecast.
Boo. Boo you.
Thought you were going to give me a Kleenex.
Halloween tomorrow, of course. Temperature is looking great. Lots of sunshine, about 77 in the afternoon. And as we go through the rest of the week,
oh boy,
things are looking...
I thought you said there was nothing scary about the forecast.
That is terrible, Mel. It's true. I don't need a costume. Just go door to door with no makeup.
Tonight at 10 o'clock.
Scare small children. See ya, Tess.
You wearing that tomorrow night?
Closed captioning brought to you by Spring Hill Medical Center, voted #1 for childbirth services.
On November 6th, vote yes.
Yes, 3,000 new full-time jobs.
Yes.
Vote yes for $7 million in additional county funds every year.
Yes.
Help rebuild all areas of Jackson County.
Vote yes on November 6th for the Jackson-Choctaw Partnership, because we can do more than just bring Jackson County back. Together, we can move it forward.
Yes! We need jobs, jobs, and more jobs.
Yes, 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 yes.
This message paid for by the Mississippi Band of Choctaw Indians.
Some gaps give us hope. Some gaps inspire. Most gaps we can live with, but some we can't. Like gaps in Medicare coverage,
Now available statewide, Blue Advantage from Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama can cover your Medicare gaps. Our Blue Advantage Zero Premium plan includes hospital, physician, and prescription drug coverage. If you have a Medicare plan, call now, because switching is a piece of cake. Call now, 1-877-455-1044. Take advantage of this opportunity before it's too late. 1-877-455-1044. Nothing feels better than blue.
The Talking Phone Book is designed to be the best